Didn't they used to call Claude the Master Tactician? I want a nickname too. Maybe I'll get one if I can defeat him at Deirdre. I'll come up with a plan that'll beat his and earn a nickname for sure.
I'm happy when we win battles, and I'm always relieved when our friends make it back safe. On the other hand, it's hard to watch the enemy die. Even worse when it's someone you know. Perhaps it would have been better if I'd just stayed with the opera. You're right, Professor. I'll never regret the choices I've made. Now you just have to lead us to victory, so everyone else can let go of their regrets too.
Maybe Deirdre, the aquatic capital. I've heard it's a magnificent city, you know? If we're going, I wish it wasn't to wage war. It'd be more fun to visit with a cute girl on my arm. You're right. That's something to look forward to.
Without the support of the pro-imperialist lords, the alliance is greatly weakened. Even so, I don't feel great about all this. We're gonna be fighting Claude. Can't. You're right. Usual strategies for toying with his enemies. Even with you here, this battle will be very challenging.
Right. Now that we've seized the Great Bridge of Myrddin, House Gloucester is comfortable aligning itself with the Empire. The path to Regan lands lies straight before us. Our clash with Claude draws nearer by the moment. Not at all. On the contrary, I look forward to it. My old rival will be a worthy test for me. I know Claude better than anyone. He is a schemer. No doubt he has some trap for us in mind. Let us be vigilant, Professor.
Hey, I have been wondering something. If I had not been your student, where would I be right now? Who would I be? Do you ever think about that sort of thing, Professor? Ah, so you do think about such questions. You can never find answers, though, right? We cannot turn back time, so there is no way to go back and try a different path.
Remember the Death Knight who stabbed me 5 years ago? Of course you do. How could you forget? Well, it turns out he's a general in the Imperial Army. He leads the Western Front against the Kingdom. Once I knew he was at Garreg Mach, I stormed right up to him, told him who I was and what he did. And he offered me an apology. I'm talking about a sincere, heartfelt, solemn apology. What a letdown. What's going on with that guy anyway? Who is he under that mask?
Judith of Daphne, you are a force to be reckoned with. You will not be forgotten. In another life, I might have fought by her side. It's a harsh truth, but it's the truth nonetheless. We can't change the past.
So, listen, Professor, I thought I was ready for this. But it's not easy to fight against my old schoolmates. I was in the Golden Deer House, so I have a lot of memories with them. No, I'm not. I decided to fight alongside you, and I will not waver. Then again, precisely because they're old friends, I wouldn't leave this to someone else. I have to assume responsibility.
Claude, eh? He always was sharp among his peers. Never let himself get caught up in conventions. He wasn't typical in Fodlan. Then there's Rhea and King Dimitri. I'd stay on their good sides, for different reasons. Yeah, well, that's the only way forward, it can't be helped.
So, listen.
Hi.
5 years ago, during the attack on this place, you allowed me to join your side. Since then, I've risen through the ranks. And now I'm a general leading my own army. In this invasion of the Alliance, I've been entrusted with maintaining the supply lines and keeping the Goneril territories under control. That's why I won't be accompanying you to Deirdre. Please look after Lady Edelgard.
Food has gotten scarce since the war started. Lately, the prices have really been going up. Normally, that would mean reducing our own take, but we just can't afford to do that. If we lose this war, we lose everything. Still, the townspeople are the ones who will suffer from this the most. The longer this goes on, the more people will starve.
What of...
Professor, I think you should be made aware of a certain group working with the Imperial Army. They are the same lot that invented a technique to turn monsters into war assets. It's quite obvious their trick draws on the power of the Creststones, but there is something more to it than that. Some secret I have yet to decipher. I suppose I need to better understand what kind of people they are. Who are they? What do they want? For her part, Miss Edelgard is cooperating, yet does not hide her hostility towards them. I suspect we should prepare, in case the day should come when we must combat these strange people.
Right. Deirdre, huh? I've always wanted to go there. In Fargus, most of the towns are pretty much glorified fortresses. So, to hear about a place called the Aquatic Capital, it just sounds so elegant. Let's go for a leisurely visit someday, promise? You know, after the war is over.
Since the past, I have learned much of the language of Fodlan. But speaking the Fodlan language still gives me difficulty. I can understand, read, and write with nearly perfection now. But understanding and speaking are fruits of a different color. I have gratitude for you, Professor. I hope that I will have fluency one day.
I'm from Alliance lands, but I'm only a commoner. The idea of fighting Alliance nobles isn't exactly losing me any sleep. Fighting old friends, though? That's something else. No, I'd better clear my head. Captain Gerald used to say a mercenary has to be thoughtless. Guess I finally get what he meant. Okay.
I never do get used to the sight of blood. It always makes me feel as if I might faint. I suppose I've told you that, though, yes? I have no idea how you cope with it. I hope this war ends soon. I dislike being lightheaded because other people are bleeding everywhere. It's all a great deal of bother, but I will do my part, of course.
Wow, flowers are so resilient, aren't they? Despite the war going on outside the monastery, here they are blooming beautifully. I hope we get to see more kinds of flowers when the weather warms up.
Big brother always gets so fired up. Better keep an eye on him. Oh, sorry. I was just talking to myself. I hear you're heading out to Deirdre. Good luck with the battle.
Lately, the Kingdom and the Knights of Seros haven't made any significant moves. I don't suppose they're going to stand by and watch while we attack Deirdre, though. That's why I've doubled our guard and instructed them to be extra vigilant. I will keep Garrigmach safe. It is my duty and responsibility.
I hear Claude's earned himself a rather colorful nickname. He does whatever it takes to win. I like that. It will be especially satisfying to defeat him. I can't wait to see what his next move is.
Claude. Which one was he again? Oh, right. Yeah, of course I remember him. It's just,
I can't picture his face. Don't remember what he looks like. I'm not sure if I ever knew. Oh well, he's just another enemy now, isn't he? What? Am I not supposed to say that?
We're gonna go up against Claude next? I haven't seen him in forever. Wonder how he's been. I chose this side because I believe in you, Professor. But it's not like I got anything against Claude. Of course! Claude was the kind of person who would be instantly friends with anyone. I don't mind so much that we gotta fight him. I just hope he doesn't get killed.
So, do you ever regret taking the path you did? Ha! The very model of a leader. I should take a page out of your book. Whatever path you choose going forward, I'll follow you without question.
The tide of war is clearly favoring us, but Claude refuses to surrender. I wonder why that could be. Frankly, it seems to me that his ideals are not that far removed from Edelgard's. I suppose even the very powerful can be irrational at times.
So we've somehow managed to take the Great Bridge of Myrden. That means House Gloucester should now be ready to join the fold more formally. We've blown a major hole in Claude's plan to preserve the Alliance. We should press on to Deirdre before he has the opportunity to adjust his strategy. I have a request for you.
I wish we could settle all of this before the fighting begins, don't you? I wish it dearly, but few others feel that way. They fight in a bloody battle, take countless lives, and then finally come to understand defeat. They refuse to admit when they're beaten, and they keep it up until they've been utterly defeated. Of course, I understand that sacrifice is inevitable. But if they're going to surrender after being defeated anyway, why raise a weapon in the first place?
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Deirdre is known as the aquatic capital. It's a beautiful town with streets that seem to float on the water and an impressive harbor. In times of peace, it would be a wonderful place for a holiday. Anyway, best of luck in the next battle.